Tied very closely to IoT is 5G, so our next prediction is all about that. 5G splash in 2020 leads to rollout of commercial services in 2021 in Canada. Businesses and consumers will need to wait to experience the big promises of enhanced mobile broadband, low latency service, and widespread deployment of 5G networks in Canada. Make no mistake, the promise of 5G is big and real, but it will be rolled out in phases. We're already seeing 5G phones entering the North American market, and we expect Apple to have a 5G-enabled phone in 2020. But it's not about phones. It's about much broader and more business-oriented use cases. While the current wireless networks deliver basically the same service to everyone, everywhere, 5G will deliver tailored capabilities and performance for a specific use case at a given point in time and location. This is only going to be accomplished through several rounds of network build-outs over the next 3 to 5 years. One thing to remember is that 5G is not one technology. 5G will use a mix of low, mid, and high band spectrum, or wireless frequencies, to get to the performance and coverage that the wireless industry is promising. Ultimately, services will get their specific slice of the network. Network virtualization alongside further convergence of fixed and mobile networks will enable services on demand. So 5G is not here today in Canada, but is coming soon, and we have a couple of key events, 2 spectrum auctions, one next year and another one planned for 2021. For a closer look at 5G deployments in Canada, I encourage you to read Lawrence Surtees's forthcoming report, Canadian 5G's Wireless Spectrum Update. There have been a few limited 5G trials in Canada, and in fact, in October 2019, UBC students in Vancouver were among the first Canadians to work with a live 5G network at a hackathon organized by Rogers. Students spent 2 days using the Rogers 5G Smart Campus Network to collaborate on how 5G will advance augmented reality, virtual reality, and gaming applications. Again, its value goes beyond those types of applications. 5G is a long-term opportunity for businesses, and it ties into many of the other technology trends that we've addressed today. As carriers begin to launch new services, we expect to see many new wireless use cases emerge. Here we show a few of the use cases expected to be enabled by 5G over time. One of the first practical commercial use cases will be fixed wireless access, providing 5G broadband internet services to different sites, often for backup purposes. It's not that sexy, but it's a useful service offering that's even available today in a LTE environment. But then we'll see some more AR applications for business, as well as 5G connected factory solutions and 5G for ultra-high definition video surveillance and analytics. The massive data throughput required for real-time analysis of video, for instance, across cities will only be possible by using 5G. Scaling from dozens of intersections or tourist sites to thousands is not practical today on cellular networks. If we look internationally, in New Delhi, India, they are already planning to install 280,000 cameras for crime prevention measures. And then finally, self-driving cars towards the end of our forecast period, maybe 8 to 10 years out. They can only really become a reality with widespread implementation of 5G networks. But we're years away from that true mainstream fully autonomous vehicle being pervasive in Canada. So in the next few years, carriers will be spending lots of money on infrastructure. We talked about that last year, but we think it's just as important for them to be thoughtful about their messaging to businesses and consumers, specifically being clear on what services will be available when and where in Canada. At IDC, we expect 2020 to be the year of educating the market and perhaps a limited initial 5G service launch, likely isolated to a couple of large cities, but not a true commercial rollout until 2021. On the enterprise or business side, leaders need to look ahead and plan for their connectivity requirements in a variety of scenarios, as AI, cloud, edge computing, and IoT converge to dramatically change the network access and performance requirements.